So I got a lot of requests on how I do this natural glowy everyday makeup look, and if you're interested, just keep watching. So I've already done my skincare and I have the Milk Hydro Grip Primer on. Next step is foundation. I'm still using the Sephora sample from Patrick Ta, and honestly this is probably the most beautiful foundation I've ever worn just for like day-to-day basis. And I'm just going to use the Morphe M6 brush just to blend this out. A little bit of Pat McGrath MD27, the concealer, underneath my eye. And now I'm going in with the Pat McGrath Labs concealer in the shade MD24. So I did my brows off camera and I just used the ultra fine brow defining pencil by Benefit in the shade 6. So I'm just using a damp beauty blender from the Sephora collection. I'm going to connect it underneath my nose and under my chin and a little bit on my forehead too. So we're gonna see how far this concealer can go. Newsflash, I could not get any on my forehead, but that's okay because we're gonna fix that with the under eye powder, and I'm just gonna put the under eye powder on my forehead and it's gonna balance it out. For my next step, I'm using the NARS Laguna Cream Bronzer in the shade 4 with the Sephora Pro Collection makeup brush in 78, and I'm really just applying this right here, so right underneath my cheeks, going all the way up to the perimeter just to bring some warmth. The last cream product that I'm going to be using is Pat McGrath's Cream Blush Stick. This is in the shade Fleurique, and for this I'm using Patrick Ta's like duo blush brush. It's a lot, but don't worry. The amount of powders to set everywhere we put a cream or liquid product. I'm using the One Size Bronze and Sculpt Trio in the deep palette, and just to blend this all out, I'm going to use the Fenty bronzing brush. So time for my favorite makeup step. I'm going to be setting my under eyes and also my chin and my forehead, and I'm using the Pat McGrath under eye blurring powder. I'm using the Morphe M448 brush just to set everything into place. And so now I'm just going to bring back some bronzer just to kind of bring back some warmth before I go in with powder blush. I'm going to be using the Skin Fetish Divine Blush by Pat McGrath. I'm going to be using the shade Love Struck. Going in with the other end of my Patrick Ta brush, and I'm just going to put this wherever the cream blush still is. This is what it's looking like so far. And before going in with setting spray, I'm just going to do my last step, which is also my second favorite step. For that makeup look, I actually combined them and I think it came out so cute, so I'm going to show you how I did that. I went in with my Morphe M427 brush. I just mix it onto my skin and I make sure that I'm not putting too much on the brush, and I'm just going to put this on the high points of my cheek. And like I did in that video, you can always blend it out with your finger too. And do you just see that extra radiance that it gives you? When on my no makeup days where I'm just wearing concealer and mascara, I make sure I use the gold one, and it just is so beautiful and so natural. Granted, you have to put it in the right places, because one time I put on my chin and it was definitely giving it a highlighter on my chin and it was not cute, but I learned from that day. I learned my lesson. Adjust for your face shape. So for me, I don't put highlighter all the way down my nose. I just put it like right here and on the tip of my nose. So time to set with my Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. And this is just a close-up of what the base is giving so far. And for my eyeliner, I use the Revlon Color Stay liquid liner, and this is in the shade black, or it's just black. It's definitely giving like sisters, cousins. They're not identical, but they can be relatives. They don't have to be sisters. They don't have to be twins. I use the Fenty Beauty Hella Thick mascara in the shade Cause I'm Black. So this is the look so far with the mascara, and basically the whole entire face is already done. Onto lips. So for my lips, it's pretty simple. I just went in with a brown lip liner. In that video, I used Chestnut, but for today's video, I'm going to use Pillow Talk 3 Intense by Charlotte Tilbury. For the center of my lips, I'm just going to use the same cream blush I used on my face and just dab it in. So this is essentially the final look. Very natural, skin-like, glowy. So I hope you liked it. This is my little effort into effortless makeup look.